Somewhere in your kitchen right now, there may be something that can help a weak cutting grow roots faster. Not a chemical bottle, not an expensive garden product, just ordinary ingredients most people throw away, pour down the sink, or use without knowing what they are really doing. But here's the strange part. Some of them truly help, some only protect the cutting, and one of them contains a real natural rooting hormone. Today, we're counting down 7 kitchen ingredients gardeners use to root plants faster. And by the end, you'll know which ones are science, which ones are folklore, and which one might completely change how you grow cuttings. Number 7, rice water. Every time you wash rice, this happens. And every time, you pour that cloudy water straight down the drain. But that milky liquid isn't just rinse water. When I first heard people recommending rice water for plants, I honestly thought it was just another gardening myth. But after digging into the research, I discovered something much more interesting. Rice water contains starch, small amounts of B vitamins, and trace minerals released during washing. It doesn't contain rooting hormones, and it won't magically make plants grow faster. Instead, the starch can serve as a food source for the beneficial microorganisms already living in healthy soil. Think of it as feeding the tiny workers that help recycle nutrients around developing roots. While this effect hasn't been rigorously proven in controlled rooting studies, like some other ingredients, it does have a reasonable scientific explanation. So, is rice water a miracle fertilizer? No. But is it a free, potentially useful way to support healthy soil instead of pouring it down the drain? I'd say it just might be. Number 6, onion may be the most surprising ingredient on this entire list, not because it is an exceptionally powerful rooting aid, but because gardeners are deeply divided over its effectiveness. While some swear by it, others insist it makes little to no difference. Onions contain sulfur compounds along with natural antimicrobial properties, which has led to the long-standing belief that soaking plant cuttings in onion juice can stimulate faster root development. However, the science behind that claim is far more complicated. At present, there's very limited direct scientific evidence showing that onion juice significantly improves rooting in most plants. What research does suggest is that onion extracts may possess mild antibacterial and antimicrobial activity against certain plant pathogens. In other words, the potential benefit may not be faster root growth, but rather creating a slightly cleaner environment that helps reduce the risk of rot while the cutting develops roots naturally. So, if a video claims that onion is a powerful natural rooting hormone, that is not an accurate representation of the current scientific evidence. But if it explains that onion may help reduce rot during the natural rooting process, that is much closer to what the research actually supports. And this is exactly where the story becomes even more fascinating. Because the next natural ingredient is one that most people have been using completely the wrong way. Number 5, cinnamon. Cinnamon is probably the most popular natural ingredient associated with rooting plant cuttings in home gardening. Millions of gardeners dip their cuttings into cinnamon, believing it will stimulate faster root growth. But the surprising truth is that cinnamon's primary role has very little to do with producing roots directly. Research shows that its main active compound, cinnamaldehyde, possesses powerful natural antifungal properties. In other words, cinnamon does not tell a cutting to grow roots now. Instead, it helps protect the cut surface by making it more difficult for fungi and certain harmful microorganisms to develop. In reality, many cuttings fail not because they lack a rooting hormone, but because the cut end begins to rot before roots have a chance to form. This is where cinnamon becomes valuable. Although it does not directly accelerate root development, it may help delay rot, giving the cutting more time to establish roots naturally. Several scientific studies have demonstrated that cinnamaldehyde exhibits measurable antifungal activity against common damping-off pathogens, including Pythium and Rhizoctonia. That means cinnamon's real strength is not acceleration, it's protection. This is also why so many people mistakenly believe cinnamon is a natural rooting hormone. It doesn't force roots to grow. It simply helps keep the cutting healthy long enough for the plant's own natural rooting process to take place. And the next natural ingredient is one that most gardeners misunderstand even more. Number 4, honey. Honey isn't just a natural food we enjoy at breakfast. It can also be a surprisingly useful ally for plant cuttings when used correctly. For years, many gardeners have dipped the freshly cut end of a stem into a thin layer of pure honey before planting. The reason isn't that honey magically creates roots, but that it helps protect the cut surface from bacteria and fungi, reducing the risk of rot. This allows the cutting to spend more of its energy staying healthy and developing roots naturally instead of fighting infection. Scientific studies suggest that honey can improve rooting success in some plants, although it is not as powerful or as consistent as commercial rooting hormones. If you'd like to try it at home, simply dip the freshly cut end of the cutting into a very thin layer of raw honey and plant it directly into moist soil or another suitable rooting medium. Using too much honey is not recommended, as excessive amounts may actually encourage unwanted fungal growth. Honey is not a miracle rooting hormone, but it can provide a cleaner, safer environment that gives cuttings a better chance to establish roots naturally. Interestingly, cinnamon serves a very similar purpose. Both ingredients protect the cutting, yet they do so through completely different biological mechanisms. And the next natural ingredient performs a role that neither honey nor. Number 3, Aloe Vera. Now we've made it into the top 3, and with aloe vera, science gets even more interesting. Because this time, we have a plant that can help other plants. Aloe vera gel contains natural antibacterial and antifungal compounds, just like honey and cinnamon. But it has another very important feature that sets it apart: salicylic acid. This compound, naturally found in willow bark and forming the basis of aspirin, plays a crucial role in helping plants cope with stress and activate their defense mechanisms against disease agents. Scientifically speaking, salicylic acid is not the same as auxin hormones that directly trigger root formation. However, some research shows that it can reduce the stress caused by a plant being cut, creating more favorable conditions for rooting. So, aloe vera doesn't give the plant the command to immediately form roots. Instead, it can support the plant's natural healing process by mitigating the effects of injury. Perhaps this is its most impressive aspect. For millions of years, aloe vera has developed this gel to heal its own wounds and survive in harsh, arid conditions. Today, we are using that same natural defense mechanism to protect the wounds of a completely different plant. And the next natural ingredient is one of the most surprising materials that most gardeners have misused for years, and that I myself misused for a long time. Number 2, garlic. And this one is personal, because for years I was using garlic the wrong way too. Okay, confession time. For years, I crushed garlic, mixed it directly with water, and soaked my plant cuttings in the mixture overnight. It seemed perfectly logical. After all, garlic is antibacterial. More garlic should mean more protection. Right? Wrong. Garlic contains powerful antimicrobial compounds, especially one called allicin. But allicin is also extremely potent. When used in high concentrations, it can damage the delicate plant cells at the base of a cutting, the very cells that are trying to produce new roots. In other words, too much garlic doesn't protect the cutting. It can actually burn the tissue and interfere with the rooting process. Fortunately, the solution is surprisingly simple. Use only a very small amount of garlic, dilute it heavily with water, and expose the cutting for only a short period. Leaving it to soak overnight is not the correct method. This is exactly where most gardeners make their biggest mistake. I made the same mistake for years. When it comes to garlic, using less isn't just better. It is the difference between helping your cutting and harming it. And now, we've reached number 1, the natural ingredient that surprised researchers the most, the one I promised you at the very beginning of this video. Let's starting. Number 1. Willow water. Willow trees are truly remarkable. Cut off a branch, stick it directly into the ground, and simply walk away. More often than not, it will begin producing roots all on its own. And that's exactly why willow sits at the very top of this list. Willow contains 2 important natural compounds. The first is salicylic acid, the same compound found in aloe vera, which helps plants respond to stress and protect themselves after being wounded. The second is indole 3-butyric acid, IBA, a naturally occurring auxin. This is the very same active ingredient found in many commercial rooting hormones sold in garden centers. In other words, willow water isn't just another natural remedy, it contains a genuine rooting hormone that can directly support root formation. Scientific studies have shown that willow extract can improve rooting success in certain plant species. However, the results vary depending on the type of plant, the freshness of the willow water, and the concentration of the natural hormones it contains. While commercial IBA rooting gels generally provide more consistent results, freshly prepared willow water can be surprisingly effective, especially with softwood cuttings. Making willow water at home is simple. Cut young willow branches into small pieces and soak them in clean water for 24 to 48 hours. Strain the liquid, then either soak your plant cuttings in the willow water for a few hours or use it as a natural watering solution. For the best results, willow water should always be used fresh rather than stored for long periods. The first time I made willow water myself, I honestly didn't expect much, but the cutting I soaked in it rooted almost a full week earlier than the identical cutting left in plain water. Rice water can nourish the soil. Cinnamon and honey can help protect against rot. Aloe vera may reduce stress, and garlic can suppress harmful microbes when used correctly. But out of everything on this list, willow water is the only ingredient that naturally performs the same biological function as the rooting hormone you buy in a bottle. Nature solved this problem millions of years ago. We simply had to notice. Which of these natural methods have you already tried? And which one are you going to test first? Let us know in the comments below.